Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football. The season has started, and Arsenal started it with a win today, 2-0 against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. I think a deserved win. Really played well the entire game, controlled it with a couple of good moments from Crystal Palace. Obviously, Ramsdale coming up big a couple times as you would expect. I want to get one thing out of the way first and talk about Anthony Taylor today. I thought he had a horrendous game, another one, as he usually does. There's a lot of referees in the Premier League that just aren't up to standard. They seem afraid to take control of the game and sort of get on the same level as the players. One moment in particular where he booked Granit Xhaka, for diving, and I don't blame him for that. It was a clear dive. He blatantly dove. There was no contact from Anderson, I think, the center back from Crystal Palace. But in the build up before that, where Eze dove, just as blatant, just as clear. He dove from a foul, a tackle from Granit Xhaka, and Anthony Taylor waved him up. Then when he booked Granit for diving, he pointed back across the pitch to that incident. And to make matters worse, as they then dove again in the second half, 15 minutes before he was substituted, and Anthony Taylor didn't have a word with him. No warning, no anything. Just a yellow card for Granit Xhaka for simulation. That's it. Just booking him for it. And again, it was a foul. Something as blatant as that, like Granit Xhaka did, I think you should be booked for it. Eze did it twice and wasn't booked once, not even a talking to. So that was in the back of my head the entirety of the game. After the incidents, obviously, and it really pisses me off when a referee like that, a veteran referee in the Premier League, is just afraid to be on the same level as the players and really get in their face if he has to and talk to them, man to man, and it's just embarrassing refereeing from Anthony Taylor, and I have no shame in coming after him as I do with any referee. This is the most popular league in the world, and the refereeing is just not up to standard. Just from the first game of the season, I mean, it's already zero consistency already. The season has just started. Thankfully, it didn't have a massive impact on the rest of the game. We know Xhaka is a little silly at times when he goes in for tackles and challenges, a little bit of rash, but held himself the second half and was pretty composed, I think. Really, really good block just after that yellow card before the first half ended, that resulted in a corner. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Anthony Taylor, it's so embarrassing to watch, and it infuriates me. It just makes me sick seeing a referee unable to have the balls to do something for both sides, and instead he just sort of picks on the typical villain in Granit and booking him for that. We can move on to the debuts. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus had his debut today in the Premier League for Arsenal. Alexander Zinchenko and the big one, William Saliba, awarded man of the match for his performance today. He was humongous. I'm just trying to find some stats for him today. Saliba was massive today. I mean, it's so refreshing seeing a pair like that. I open up Twitter, it's the first thing I see. 93% pass accuracy, 7 clearances, 3 duels, 1 man of the match. I think that was first, and I think he came second in one of the, and maybe it was duels 1. But it was immense right from the get-go. You could see the experience and that this young man has something out there to prove. Was interviewed after the game, spoke highly of his loan spells, understood that because he's a young player, he needs experience. That was the purpose of the loans, as everyone with a brain knew. This was being communicated with him through Arteta, through Edu, through his agent. Marseille, I have no respect for that club, the way that they talk behind the scenes, the owner, begging William to join them permanently, and they have Guendouzi over there now. It's just a mess. Hopefully Nuno Tavares can go there and improve also. And if we can use that club for a stepping stone for another young promising player, then that makes it all the more sweeter. So yeah, huge game, huge performance from Saliba today. Looked like he didn't put a foot wrong whatsoever. In fact, a little more, Gabriel, I would say, looked a little more shaky than usual. I thought he did pretty well overall during the game. Benjamin White on the right-hand side did pretty well to contain William Zaha. We know he's such a talented player, so quick with his feet, so quick with the ball also, and looked very dangerous today, you have to say. Again, Ramsdale coming up with two really big saves, especially the one against Eze in the first half, and that back line looking really solid. Tierney coming on and making an appearance after that really hard injury he suffered last season. Thomas Partey looking fresh, looking good in the midfield alongside Granit Xhaka and Martin Odegaard. Nothing really that made him shine today, but I think it's just the level that he has, the quick movement, the way he can read the pitch and read the pass. He knows where his players are, and I'm so happy that he's the captain of this football club now. Bukayo Saka, dangerous as always. The goal was an own goal in the end, but he made it himself, and he deserved the celebration that he made. It's important. We started the season off 3 points. Compared to last season, it was an absolute nightmare. And you have to remember, we've yet to see Vieira in this midfield. I was potentially thinking Granit Xhaka might have come off a little bit, maybe 70 minutes in the second half. I thought he might have come off, but it's clear Arteta trusts him as much as I think it is a little bit risky. He didn't put a foot wrong in the second half on that yellow card. It's almost like he needs to be booked or needs to be warned by the referee and be under a little bit of pressure. This is a veteran player, captain of his country, Granit Xhaka, and one of my favorite players in this Arsenal team. So I'm going to call it there. I'll make it short and sweet, guys. Thank you very much for watching if you have made it this far, and I will see you when I see you.